the open roads are thrown by your life televised, we're breaking every bone. Adrenaline surges, brace on the fall, hitting it with HardWire. Hear the engine scream, living as a reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing, in the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey, this life is ours divine. With HardWire, the crowd screams our name, chasing down the shadows, we're addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode turns up, we're here to survive. From dusk till dawn, we're the kingdoms is through, hitting it with HardWire. Hear the engine scream, living as a reckless, this is our metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing, in the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey, this life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the feel, hitting it with HardWire, we'll always be here.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hittin' It with HardWire. I hope my microphone and everything's working. I've been messing with I hear a little bit of a hum, and that's gonna drive me absolutely nuts. That's gonna I can't stand it. It's gonna drive me crazy. At any rate, coming to you from the new studio for the first time. You can't see it, but I've got a lot more room. It's nice, and there's a fridge right here. It's covered with the green doodad, so you can't see it. What a nightmare of a weekend I had. Oh, it's been horrible. Can you hear me all right? Oh, gee whiz. What a nightmare. So I had to go to the other side of Pennsylvania. And in HardWire's infinite wisdom, I'm thinking snow's mostly up north. There's two ways to go. You can go north or south. And I said, I'm going to go south. I'm going to avoid the snow. This is going to be all right. I'm going to 6-hour drive there, no problems. Leave at 7 o'clock. It'd be about 6 hours. I should get there about 2 o'clock. And food's supposed to be served at 3. It's going to work out just fine. Leave the house. Just cross into West Virginia. And about a 5-mile stretch of highway. Nothing but solid sheet ice. Nothing but a solid sheet ice. Traffic's not even moving. Not moving at all. And semis are sitting there. Just going, woo, sliding right off the road, dude. It was the craziest shit ever. Ever once in my life when I was about 19 years old, did I ever see anything like that, man. It was crazy. And this was worse than that time. It was black ice. This time you could see a layer of ice. You could see the ice. It was crazy. And when you got up in the mountains, it was like blizzards. Then I ended up getting there. I was supposed to get there at 2. I got there at 3:45. And they were supposed to serve food at 3. Paid $60 to get in for me and the old lady. And they had already packed up the food. Son of a bitch was I pissed. So I didn't even get to eat. And all the other guys from Ohio had already left. It was cold as hell. Everybody was grouchy. Nobody really, I assume they started early. Oh, shit. But I did get to pick up my expensive ass shirt. So it turned out to be a really bad weekend and a super expensive shirt because I drove all the way down there just to pick that damn thing up. Then turned around, stayed there for about, I don't know, an hour and a half. Maybe an hour and a half. Maybe about an hour. Because everybody else had already left. I was already pissed. And drove all the way back. I was figuring on probably staying down there, but that didn't pan out. I was pissed. Yeah, it was a load of shit, what it was. But I did they packed up all the food. The Food was they packed up all the food. They must have ate this. It said food was at 3 o'clock, and on the flyer it said food 3 o'clock. And I'm assuming the part said party starts at 1, food's at 3 o'clock. That's why I was aiming for 2 o'clock. Must have been cold. People must have been most of the people was there at 1, and there must have been everybody complaining. You know how fucking some bikers are. They complain like girls sometimes. It's probably cold, and I was like, "Oh, we can't wait that long to eat. Come on, get the food out." So they got the food out apparently, probably early, and they all ate and booked. And by the time I got there, they had already had the prospects and sport clubs all packed up all the food, and it was all put away, and I didn't even get to eat nothing. Damn it! Usually whenever they pack up the food and stuff, they quit charging people to get in and stuff. If you just want to come in and say hi and stuff, they don't do all that, But fuck, man, was I pissed after dealing with all that ice and snow and shit. And I was trying to get there. I mean, I was trying to get there on time. It was a shit show. It was a complete and utter. I should have left earlier, but man, I hate getting someplace so fucking early that you just got to stand around and be bored and pick your nose all day. So yeah, and like I say, I do not know what the northerly route was like. The southerly route was absolutely horrible. Most people probably would have turned around and went home, but I had a really expensive shirt I had to go pick up. So I was going to get there one way or another, and I did. I made it. Wasn't there very long. Didn't get to eat, but I found a cool little diner. I like to check out new little diners. I found a little diner. Got to eat at. This thing does not work very good at a distance. This sucks. This thing. And apparently, yeah, the noise gate deal was set a little too high or something. I don't know, because it's cutting me off a little bit. Check. Oh, technical difficulties. Gotta love them. I sent Mike a picture of the new studio area. I took 2 L-shaped desks. Damn it, that's driving me nuts already. I took 2 L-shaped desks and I put them together. Turn this noise gate down a little bit so it quits trying to cut me off. That should be a little bit better. Okay, I put 2 L-shaped desks together like that, like this down here, and I painted the wall green. And then I had to buy a new microphone or camera mount because I couldn't stand the camera sitting below the monitor or beside the monitor, because then it always made my head look like I'm looking like this. And I couldn't stand it, so I had to buy a new mic mount. Got a whole new computer set up. Yeah, and I've been working my butt off trying to get this done and trying to get everything else done. Don't do that. Been working my butt off trying to get everything done. It's been holy shit. Put it that way. And I still feel bad because I did not get a chance again to finish my Redneck Side Motorcycle Whips video. I bought a controller thing here, one of the shuttles, old-fashioned style shuttles, to do video editing. It should speed up the process a bit. And yikes, I didn't get a chance to do it. Yeah, it's been a crazy week, but I will get it done this week because I am off. I go to work Monday and I'm off the rest of the week. And there's no little kids here, not a giant Christmas. I got to cook. I always cook enough for an army, but it's not even going to be that many of us here anymore. My son's not going to be here. What the hell is cutting me off? Is that? I turned the noise gate down. I turned the compressor off entirely because that was causing more hum. I can turn this de-esser off. Then it's The windscreen seems to take most of that out. Does that seem to make any difference? Yeah, there you go. At least seen it. It's pretty neat. I had to buy this adapter thing because this computer does not have. Mostly just laptops have the uh, USB-C monitor thing. So I had to buy this little display port adapter, and I have two monitors here. And for some reason, I just decided I'm going to set up a third monitor over here in front of this chair, which I don't even have anybody come and do interviews anyway. But when I do something, I always overdo it. That's just me. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So I set up a monitor in front of here, and I'm going to have it mirror this main screen that I'm doing my stuff on. That way, if I have a guest, they can see the same thing I'm seeing without having to look over my shoulder. They could have their own little monitor over here, and I have another monitor, so I have a total of 4 monitors. And this one's my touchscreen, which I just want to set up that work like a controller pad. Want to. Notice I said want to set up that way. I do. I might have bought a bunch of shit and it didn't even going to work that way or let me do it that way. Who knows? That's just me. I go haywire with this shit sometimes. All for nothing because I don't get paid for this shit. I just do it because I like bullshitting with you. Oh man, the hobbies is basically a hobby. What we pay for hobbies, man, between the bikes and yeah, between the bikes and now this, yeah, it's yeah. I could say that I'm a little short bus special. Yeah. Uh, but I got my little fridge here. I'm kind of excited about. But yeah, I think I have it on high, and it's stocked full of barley pops and pops, and it's not very cold, so it might not work very good. And some Fireball in the little freezer, and yeah, I don't even have to get off my ass to get something to drink now. Yeah, that's all I need. That's all I need is a toilet in here. Yeah, I'd be set. Need a little. I told the old lady I was gonna like put a bucket over there like a urinal and run a hose out to the damn uh uh sewer line and just run a hose over there and I could just go there and take a whiz too. But knowing my camera probably follow me, you don't want to see that. Oh yeah. Goofy. I am goofy. The camera seems to look a little bit better, or my monitor's better. I don't know which one. Does the camera look a little bit better? Picking up a little better or something? I don't know. Maybe the monitor's just better. I can't even stand the smell of tequila. Nope. I just if you want to see me vomit, I'll just go right. Yeah, I don't even have to drink it. I don't know. I must have had some bad experiences that I don't remember or something, but it's an instant reaction. It's like, yeah, it doesn't go well. Yeah, I turned off the de-esser. I assume maybe it sounds better, a little bit better. Sounds a little more natural, probably. And I turned the noise gate down a little bit, so hopefully it's not cutting me off as badly. I don't like having to stick my face on the microphone, but at the same time, yeah, this microphone doesn't seem to pick up real well unless I'm closer to it. Unless I'm just fucking not hearing shit right. Rawr. Camera, I set it up right above the monitor, so and it seems to. I don't know if I had trouble focusing in that other room or what. It always seemed like it was a little out of focus. Everything seems to or I just got a better monitor. I don't know, but it's functional. Everything seems to be working all right. SoCo, I'm not a fan of SoCo. That's cough syrup. Try to find something that tastes good. Every once in a while, my little brother used to like to drink. I used to call them foo drinks, like wine coolers and stuff. And every once in a while, I don't mind like some Smirnoff wine coolers. Yeah, I don't care what anybody thinks. I really don't. You pick on me, I could care less. But yeah, I like every once in a while. I like drink some of them. They taste good. I used to take buy that real high test. Every state sells different stuff. Here we got this stuff called diesel. It's like just pure green alcohol spirits or what, whatever they sell here, and it's like the most you can get in Ohio is like 152 proof. And I used to take it, and I like it because you only have to pour a wee little bit in there, and then you could take carbonated water and a Kool-Aid packet and make your own damn wine coolers, or at least it tastes about the same to me. And I used to get all hammered on those. I used to like drink rum and cokes every once in a while. Sometimes uh, Captain Morgan and Coke. And I used to do the pose, the Captain Morgan pose. I used to do that too, just to be goofy because I'm goofy. I changed out the wheels on my chairs too. I put rollerblade wheels you can buy on Amazon. Yeah. I thought that would be a good idea. Not really any different. Not really, not much. I got a really neat carpet down here or big carpet I put down here with the skull and a dragon on it, and you can't see it. So that's just kind of for my own amusement, I guess. Oh dear Lord. Uh, Only my daughter. Kingston, oh, you made it to the show. Code's probably watching the Eagles. I was debating on texting him and telling him I just decided to come home because I was going to try to meet him somewhere like Sunday morning if I stayed down there. But nothing went according to plan. Nothing. So, which is not uncommon if you're like in anybody that's ever been in a motorcycle club goes, you know, nothing ever goes according to plan. And everything's kind of last minute. Yeah, it's harder than hell to plan anything because, like, it's hectic and it's crazy, and I hate it. I hate the crazy, and I hate the ability to plan anything because I like to keep everything orderly and as planned as I can, and I like to try to avoid unexpected things and try to plan for all contingencies. Nothing ever goes that way. Nothing. So it makes you go, then why hardwire? Why would you do that? Who knows? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe that's part of the excitement. I don't know because maybe it's just a little more boring if everything goes. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Uh, yeah, I got trying to decorate down here a little bit. I haven't got, but I do got my whip down here. I've got, I've yet to get a chance to use it, but and I don't advocate cruelty to animals. But if a dog bites you, and you gotta show it who's boss. Dogs are pack animals, and they have to know that you're the boss, that you're the alpha. If you have to smack them once to get the point across, then you do what you got to do because you don't ever let a dog think it's the boss. That little fucker bit me. No, I wouldn't hit him with this, but pleasant thought though. It makes me happy to think about it. But, bugger you, bugger you, bite me again. No, he was trying to play. Some dogs just don't know how to not play rough. And none of my opinions reflect upon anybody else, any sponsors, anything like that. It's just my opinions, and half of them are just me joking anyway. Most things are not me being serious. Like I don't spend a lot of time being a whole lot of serious. Soundproof, Mrs. Lance, and Steve. I didn't say hi, Steve. Lee, the gang's all here for the shit show. I was going to get a big sign put in the back that says "Welcome to the shit show." I should call. Is there already a YouTube channel? Welcome to the shit show. That describes my channel, kind of. Welcome to the shit show. They already make a sign for it, so somebody's had that idea, probably. Biker News Canada, how you doing? Doing good, I'd imagine. I've been feeling like I'm starting to get a cold back again. I was hoping that since I already had it once this year, I wouldn't get it again. But who knows? And I got to put a roof in here. Right now, you can't see it, but right now there's just joists and wires. That's it. And if I talk in a moderate whisper, you can hear it upstairs. So I'm going to put a ceiling in here. I got to do that. I'm going to try to do that this week. That's cool. Biker News. Yeah. It's Bob, isn't it? Bob, Biker News. Yeah. Hey, you know what they say about idle hands? What is it? Idle hands is the devil's playground or whatever. I try to stay busy. That way I don't get bored, fatter, or get into trouble. I try not to. The fatter thing's not working out too good. Well, I'm staying a pretty steady holy shit. right about holy shit. Don't get any, you don't want to go like wow. You don't want to get to wow. Holy shit's like as far as you want to go. Where the doctor goes, man, yeah. No more beer, no more smoking, no more yeah, no more they always want to say no more cookies, but I don't even need cookies. Like once in a blue moon. Like I don't really eat a bunch of junk. It's just I have a desk job and I'm so busy all the time. I don't get a chance to really like get on an exercise bike or anything. I don't get enough exercise. It's simple as that. Mr. Mike, I think your Christmas present's showing up tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It wouldn't be a Christmas present if I told you what. I sent it to the address that I found on the Google Maps, and yeah, hopefully that works out. But it says to Mike Ball, or it says Mike. The addressee is Mike Ball from HardWire or something like that. I don't fucking know. I just saw it and thought it'd be cool. So you just hopefully it's all right. Whatever. Man, I couldn't miss the show this week. There were for a minute I thought I might, but well, I didn't want to just send it to the address because your dad might want to like got it. Went, what the hell is this? Uh, oh, I'm still tired. I can get to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, are any of you guys like this? Like, maybe some of you younger guys don't know what it's like, but man, I keep telling myself, I got time tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep in, and then my dumb ass is up at 6 o'clock, and I can't sleep in. It's like I want to sleep in, but I can't, and it just pisses me off to no end. Right? I guess technically it counts as sleeping in if you usually get up at 5 and you sleep in till 6. Like I got an extra hour. Yeah, I had steak and eggs at what the hell time did we leave? Like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. When we started heading home, 5 or 6 o'clock. Finally got home about 1 o'clock, between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning. And I can never go right straight to sleep. Never works that way for me. I gotta like sit there and like turn the TV on or something. Try to kind of wind down in order to fall asleep. And with driving for 6 hours, I consumed so much caffeine. Yeah, consumed enough caffeine to probably kill a horse. Trying to stay awake. I took my wife along with me so she could take turns driving, and I drove the whole way there and the whole way back. I'm a terrible passenger. And she goes, "Well, you could have told me to drive." I was like, "If I was like falling asleep, I would have." And in the summer, or not, well, in the summer, I'm on a bike, but like when the weather's decent, I don't mind letting somebody else drive. But in a damn blizzard, what kind of a man does that to his old lady? I wouldn't do that to my old lady. I like in a blizzard and a damn ice storm, like make her drive. That would be the most ungentlemanly, douchey thing I could fucking do. So I'm like trying to stay awake and do all the driving. And man, my back's fucked up. So, I'm like going like this the whole time, Yeah. I was hurting, trying not to stop too many times because I want to make some time, trying not to stop too many times to do the old people stretching, get out of the car, go, oh, 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 man. Oh, I joke around that there's always more moaning than groaning that goes on my bedrooms in the morning when people are getting out of bed going, oh, oh. That's part of getting old, man. Whatever. Goofy. HardWire, you're a goofy bastard. Why, thank you. I know. It's okay. I don't care. Life's too short to not be fun and goofy and try to make jokes. My jokes are dumb jokes. Ask my wife. I always tell everybody, my jokes are awesome. Like when you first meet me, then you get bored of hearing the same jokes over and over again. So every once in a while, I got to try to watch some comedy or some stand up or something to refresh some jokes and quips. But yeah, I'm always trying to joke around with people. Man. No point in like trying to be serious all the time. That's lame. Glad I didn't grow up to be some old lame ass. Sausage fingers, fat finger on the keyboard over there. Fat finger in your old lady, man. Oh, that was inappropriate. Well, you're doing it and it's your old lady. It's not really inappropriate, but I guess I shouldn't really be saying that. Whatever. I apologize if it makes you feel hurt. Oh, yeah. Hey. Ah. Yeah. Better not. It is pretty funny though. But yeah. I was always one of them kind of guys, all the neighborhood weirdos wanted to go, hey, let's go play with the Ouija board here around here. I think every place has a fucking place called Warlock's Grave or something like that. Yeah, we got one here. Everybody wants to go like do all the creepy stuff and all that. And I was always the one that went, yeah, don't really believe in it, but not gonna take any chances. Not gonna do it. I'm good. I'll find other things to do. Go ahead. Have fun. I'll be the one going to the haunted house and taking a nap. Everybody always says, would you stay in that house for $1 million? Well, hell yes, I would. $1 million is a lot of money. There ain't nothing in there but dust and dirt, and I don't really believe in that stuff. A couple times I saw something that's a little creepy, but it was all right. Still, uh, not a big believer in supernatural. It's all right. Everybody has their own thing. That's just not my thing. Yes, Steve. In comparison, you won the inappropriacy award for today. I'm sure it could get worse, but we'll just yeah. People, when you watch these shows, these live shows, if you ever rewatch them, make sure you go to the where it says comments on your phone anyway. You could swipe over and watch the live chat, what people were saying during the show. Do that. Because I was thinking about that the other day, because I don't go through here and click on every one of these. Some of my show might be mighty confusing of what the hell I'm talking about. It's like I have a one-way conversation, like you don't hear what the other person's saying, and it doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, make sure if you ever go back and watch them, you watch the live chat as people were talking, and you can see what the whole conversation is. And I don't have to go through here and click on everything. I try to go through and click on some of the more important ones, and I'm too busy talking and trying to do everything all at once. Here, my brain's not functioning to do everything all at once. Too tired, and got so many more things to do. I gotta, oh, oh, excuse me. Got one of these to put in my computer. You know what this is? It's an NVMe drive. HardWire's a bit of a geek. He likes to do is I built my own computers. I used to build computers. I built my son's computer. This one I bought because I'm doing almost like a rent to own thing because HardWire goes through too much money as it is, and I didn't have enough money to like buy one. So it's only charging me $50 every 2 weeks, which is tolerable. And yeah, I'm building it, adding some things. that I want. But it's actually decent computer, pretty decent computer. It's got a 4060 Ti, RTX 4060 Ti in it, which is okay, decent. I was for the longest time I was using a 1070, and my son's is a GTX 10, still a GTX, not even an RTX. GTX. If you go back and you look at the specs on the GTX 1080 Ti, it'll still keep up with, other than the special architecture for the shaders and stuff. It'll still do a lot of the graphics and stuff that the newer ones will. Uh, Man, I've got got a malfunction in me. Had to buy some display port adapters. Bought this funky thing. Didn't come with no instructions. Thanks, Amazon. You plug this into your display port, and then this part has you plug this into the USB. Then you take a C and I plug it into my little touchscreen monitor. Don't. Then I'm gonna go through my old computer and take uh the old NVMe, slower, older NVMe drives, and I got a little case. That's what I used to do with all my old laptop hard drives. I got a whole bunch of little clicky open cases that you could basically making portable hard drives out of all my old hard drives. I know what you're thinking. HardWire? You're a freaking nerd. Kinda. Little. Live long and prosper. Now that's nerdy. You ever heard of Weird Al's White and Nerdy? You'd be amazed at how many bikers I've met over the years that are like were into D&D when they were kids, or were Trekkies, or Star Wars nerds, or whatever. There's a lot of bikers that I've met over the years that basically just nerds and geeks that turned into bikers. It's really odd how that works. You wouldn't think it would work that way, but amazingly large amount of those exist. Then you got your old, your typical ones that were in school that were just the ones you knew would never amount to anything. The ones you probably said, well, actually, most of the ones that were bullies in school are all ended up getting married and turned into went from jerks to future nerds. I don't know. They're lame. They don't do a shit anymore, or they're in prison. Yeah, this is funny how things work out. It's really weird how things just end up panning out. The funny thing about that, Steve, is, uh, yeah, it's weird because when you're younger, you don't really. Most younger people don't really think much about history, and they just think of it as, oh, something happened, and blah blah blah. When I was younger, and uh, all the way up until I was like I think a senior in high school, I had a history teacher that made it a little more interesting, and then I started getting a little bit more interested in history, and then as you get older, the older you get, history becomes more fascinating to you. uh, I went to I don't know if that's an Ohio thing, but we always had an eighth grade field trip. Most of the schools around here do, to go to Washington D.C., and they stop at Gettysburg, and that's got to be an Ohio thing because you drive through Gettysburg to get to Washington D.C. from here. Go to Washington D.C. and stop at Gettysburg and Antietam. Well, I went to a job interview in Maryland once. Uh, Probably 2010. No, nine. Probably 2009. Something like that. I went back through Gettysburg and Antietam as an older individual, and it's a way more interesting as an older individual than what I would when I found it as an eighth grader. I could give a shit less as an eighth grader. I was too busy screwing around, joking around, cracking jokes, you name it. When we went to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., me and a couple of my friends sat there and went up and down the elevator going, "What floor do you want to go to?" Sat there and rode up and down the elevator the whole time we was there. We didn't even go see anything, man. What a waste. Oh, we were goofy. I was goofy as a kid, too. Oh, yeah, whatever. Right? What a show today. I, s- again, have a show where I'm not really talking about a whole hell of a lot of anything except what I did. Should have called it The Life and Adventures of HardWire. Ta-da! What a boring show that'd be. I can't tell you enough to really be fascinating or interesting, but just enough that I can yammer on about it. Oh, anyway, I forget you guys remember anything that went on this week? Ever since the election stuff's done, uh, there was yeah, I don't know. There was the drones thing for a while. They're trying really hard to drum up news now. You notice ever since the election's done, like the news is like my phone still gives me pop ups all the time, constantly of different news, and I'll be like, wow, now they're really stretching to try to make some shit up. Yeah, just trying to find something to get people to click on, or you know the yeah, it's something else. What's going on now is that they're stretching, trying to find things to talk about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I think why not? I'll pitch in my 2 cents. I think I just them drones are probably either nothing or the government. More than likely, it's probably us, or they're so embarrassed of what's going on and they can't do anything about it. Then they don't want to tell nobody because they know that we'd look like absolute morons and idiots. They don't want us. When President Trump they almost shot President Trump, and I don't know if you know who Dan Bongino is. You go and listen to a lot of things he was saying about the government and Secret Service, and then you look at a lot of the. If you've ever been involved with any government programs, and it's literally like a lot of the government is just people sitting back doing absolutely nothing, trying to collect money. And some of the government is so ancient in what they do and with some of their technology because they're all sucking up all the money and they don't want to fucking use it to buy new shit. Okay. If half of the things that I fear may be true about and other countries found out, we'd be even more hosed than what would be now. We got some high tech some high tech things in the military, but the rest of the like government's like 1980s technology, from what I understand. Oh, the thing about most of the drones is most of them are flying too high to even shoot at. Most of these, if you some of them are regular consumer style drones, but most of the ones that I've seen that look nefarious in some fashion are literally the airplane looking ones that have to take off from a runway that are flying around. They require like an airstrip nearby of some sort to launch these things, and they're huge. And some there are a few of the helicopter style ones, but most of these drones out there that are flying around are above most of our price points is what we would ever pay for a drone. And I would never buy a drone because it's kind of pointless, really. The only places that really could benefit from anything like that is maybe a news. Yeah, that used to have the news chopper flying around or a police department to try to zip around in the sky to find people. But the average Joe has got no use for something like that, especially that much money. And most of these things aren't designed to work anywhere. Like they'll go a certain distance and then they'll turn around and come back home because you'll lose signal, and you can't have anything that has too strong of a like a radio signal, or you're required to like it interferes with everything. Oh yeah, I don't think it's anything to worry about though by any stretch of the imagination. It's not aliens, and it's the only thing that would make me a little bit concerned is the fact that I seen a picture that they I don't remember who news I sent it to Mike of a ship that was supposed to be supposedly off of our coast where some of the Republicans said that there was this mothership that was launching these things, and I tend to think that that's possible. And if it was out there, they definitely wouldn't be telling us because they really don't want to start World War III, and we do it to other countries. We really have a hard time saying to other countries you can't do that to us if they're in international waters. And immediately, if they were doing that, our whole country would go, we want them bombed, because that's just how we are. We just soon blow them up. So they have a reason to want to keep some of this stuff quiet. I could already see it now. You'd probably get a big ass some redneck that wins the lottery loading up a small yacht with guys and shotguns going out there and trying to shoot this thing. You know? As much as I love our country, we got some ugh, we got some smart, fun people and some not so smart ones. Yeah. The thing about technology, man, is we've taken some natural selection out of the process. There used to be a comedian, Carlos Mencia, used to say, what happens when you mix an A student and an F student, you get a D. A lot of dumb people out there, man. D. I used to like to watch him. He was funny. Then I've seen a bunch of people complaining that he was stealing everybody else's jokes. Whatever. His presentation was good. Whatever. I enjoyed the show. That's all that matters. Technically, we're all stealing our shit from somewhere. Are we not? We watched somebody tell a joke somewhere, somewhat, some point in times, somewhere in our life, and we're repeating shit that we heard or making up sort of new things out of pieces of other things that we've learned or heard. Yeah, man. Hey, for one, for one, I'm being the guy out there, the flashlight signal in the mothership. Take me home. Get me the fuck out of here. This place is crazy. These people are nuts. Yeah. I, but I know it won't work because I think Straight Jacket's been trying that for years because he heard that they'd like to probe your butt. And he's been going, hey, come on. Come down here. I heard you like to probe butts. uh, is he even here anymore? I'm picking on him. He's probably not even here anymore. He probably left an hour ago. Oh, I've only been on for he probably left an hour ago. Like 5 minutes into the show. Oh man. Me and Mike was trying to explain to her that the world isn't nearly as bad a place as she makes it sound out to be. And yeah, we went rounds with it. She really seemed to get offended. Dude, most of the planet, like, stay away from the big cities. Like places are dangerous, but most of the world you could travel to, and it's not that bad, man. I don't think people should have a phobia. Well, I say phobia. It'd be like a mildish phobia. I don't know, but I wouldn't want to never go anywhere. That was an interesting thing. Me and Mike went rounds and rounds with her, trying to explain to her that you don't have, and you should try to get out and experience the world a little bit. uh oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I hope you can't hear my computer going boom, boom, boom. Notification. Where in the hell? Trying to turn my notification noises off. I want you guys to be hearing my bonging. I think all my computer's noises are sent to my board. Oh, at any rate, I always love our chats and our conversations because it's like a bunch of guys like sitting around at a bar bullshit, and girl or two once in a while. But yeah, we have fun just bullshitting. This is the bullshitting show. I told my old lady the other day, it was when we was coming home. I looked over at her and she's like, I said, "Hey, you're falling asleep." She goes, "No, I'm not. I'm not falling asleep." I said, "Yeah, you was." I said, "You can't bullshit a bullshitter." And then I forget what it was. We was driving down the road later on, and I said something to her, like joking around, and she looks at me. She goes, "You can't bullshit a bullshitter." I said, "Wait a minute. You can't use my own expression against me." I said, technically, it was my grandpa's expression before it was mine. I don't know where it come from, but my grandpa used to say that all the time. You can't bullshit a bullshit. Yeah, like I was saying, hardware is going to be busy all week. I had a conversation with somebody. I don't know if any of you have ever done like a basement, but I was debating on whether to put drywall on the ceiling or just like foam board. They make that foam board like you put on the outside of a house. And I thought the foam board would be easy, but would it be durable enough? And I talked to a few people, said if I were you, I'd, for what I'm doing, I would just use the foam board and it will help kill some of the sound. It'll help deaden the sound going upstairs more than drywall. Drywall cause echo. Oh, Papa, leaving already. Football game coming on that you want to watch? Thanks for stopping, man. I'm just messing with you. Hope you have a good day. I know I will. I try to make the best of every day. Every day above ground is a gift. Brought to you by Pepsi. Man, now I got shadows. I got to put lights up too, by the way. I got some really cheap Amazon lights that are like LED, but they look like bulb, old fashioned bulb lights. I put some out in my garage and they've been pretty great, other than when it's cold, but it don't get cold in here. So I'm going to hang some of those up there. They're cheap, they work pretty good. And they're a nice white light. Yeah, let me see here. I don't, I'm not like finishing this room like to make it look pretty because I do rent and I don't, it's not my house. So I'm not looking to spend a ton on somebody else's house. So that's another reason. Well, the drywall and the foam board are about the same price for what I was going to use, about $10 a sheet. And because there's a few things like wires that are running down through here, and I think it's the air conditioner has some kind of line that comes through here. It goes over to my furnace. It's about 2 inches or so. I think I'm gonna put 2x4s every 4 feet and put them widthwise, and run them. That way, it'll give me something to screw the boards up to, and use some short. Uh, they make screws that look like they got almost like they got washers or large flat heads, larger than normal flat heads, and use those to screw the board up. And then screws make it nice because I know if something happens, I got to take them off. They're not that hard to take off. I've done a little drywalling, and it's not really super difficult, but it is super fucking messy. And I'm one of them people when I was younger who wasn't smart enough to wear a mask when I did things. So yeah, I was always breathing the shit in. I never listened to anybody when they said, someday that'll catch up to you. Shouldn't do things like that. I was that guy. Always inhaling fumes and dust and all kinds of crap. And I can still breathe, thank God. But I ain't made it out of my 40s yet. It will catch up. Everything else is catching up to me, so I'm definitely not thinking that those people were lying to me like I did everybody else. So now I'm starting to think, hey, what about all these other things I was warned about? I probably should have listened to all that shit too. I am definitely getting more gray in my beard. That sucks. I'm gonna look like fucking Santa Claus pretty soon. Anybody want to hire a fat Santa? It's like I don't just have a bowl here. Like I'm got a little extra everywhere. Like everywhere. Oh shit. At least maybe I can get paid. At least you can get paid to be a Santa. You don't see anybody getting paid to be like an old skinny guy. Be a gray fat guy, you could be a Santa. Once a year, you can make a little extra money. Yeah. Right on. Everybody's leaving. I'm officially boring the shit out of everybody. All right. Uh, the Steelers lost this week. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, well. The Steelers are a dumpster fire this year. We put so much money into our team this past off season. Yeah. And everything turned to crap. I don't know. Started we have flashes of brilliance every now and again, and then it's like dumpster fire, man. Dumpster fire. My microphone's like trying to take off on me. Damn cheap microphone stands, anyway. Oh, I am kind of sad the straight dragger took off and didn't get to hear me picking on him. Somebody tell him what I said. You got my permission. Go back. Somebody go back and tell him what I said. Now we'll expect a good rebuttal. Oh, I'd like to do both. You baffle them. It's like corn and turds. you, you, you BS them when you baffle them with little specks of brilliance in there. Yeah. What an analogy. Oh man, that's awful. Awful gross, right? Uh, my team, the Squealers, played yesterday. We played yesterday. Played, uh, yeah, because I listened to it on the way home. Part of it, and I turned it off. I couldn't handle it no more. I was getting too mad. I said, turn it off. Straight eat the corn the long way. There's only a couple teams that are turds every fucking year, and that's the Browns. As odd as it is to say, I confuddled. I remember the Detroit Lions were doing really good this year. I remember them being like a 0-10 like a couple of years ago, or I haven't been paying enough attention. They was a dumpster fire for years, and it's kind of just it's different. And it's kind of cool to see somebody that usually sucks do good. I don't know what happened. I'm not a Lions fan. Never gave two shits about them, but they're one of the teams that used to always be a dumpster fire every year, consistently. Uh, Sad as it is to say about the Browns, they was Art Modell, wasn't it? Did the best thing he could do and move the damn team. And they should have never had another team go back to Cleveland because Cleveland is cursed every year. Every year they suck. Once in a while, they'll have a like, little bit of okay. Like that's pretty bad. Like if they finish, like even get to the playoffs, that's like a Super Bowl year for most teams. It's like we did really good. We made it to the playoffs, even though we lost in the first round. Oh yeah, that don't surprise me. Like I don't think it was that long ago. Didn't it? They went the whole season without winning a game, a single game all season. It's like I think they finished like 0 wins all year, and they was like embarrassment every single game. It was awful. I remember seeing highlights because I never watched it. I never watched the Lions game, but I seen used to always watch the highlights, seeing highlights of their games, and it was just high school football playing a pro team. That's what it looked like. uh, it looks like starting to look like this year it might be the Lions and the Chiefs. I don't know. I quit trying to make predictions a long time ago. You can't. Every time I try to predict anything, it turns into crap. Everything, all the yeah, it's all the strong stuff to me. I don't have very good tolerance. I get the munchies. I don't eat mayo out of the fridge with my hand or anything. I get weird cravings. Like I'll go and grab a spoon and eat the peanut butter right out of the peanut butter thing because I miss being able to eat peanuts. Of all, there's two things I'd say I miss the most from not having any bottom teeth. It's beef jerky and peanuts. Not the one that sounds like peanuts because you don't use your teeth for that. I'm pretty sure. I, the three times I think I've had that happen to me in my life, to me, there was no teeth involved. Well, no use of teeth. It wasn't a toothless person. Although my third wife was lacking quite a few of her teeth. I don't know why. I didn't ask questions. What you'd think if you married her, you'd ask questions. But long story that I won't get into. Ain't nobody wants to hear about why HardWire makes some of the dumb choices he's made in his life with women. At any rate, kind of a. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit of a short show this week. A short show of the shit show. I don't. When I do, it's usually one hit off a vape pen or a gummy or something edible. But I don't have no tolerance for it at all. But I will say that I found that small amounts will help you sleep. I found if you have sleeping problems, like I've had sleeping problems most of my life. Uh, yeah, they're good for helping you sleep. You know, like for a little while, whenever I could, I was taking like half, not enough to make you stoned or anything, but like a half of a gummy, of a lighter dose gummy at night, and actually been able to sleep through the night, which was nice. But most of the time, too many employers are too uptight about that shit. So I just stay away from it. It ain't worth the hassle. It ain't worth losing your job over. So unless I ever hit the lottery or something, which ain't gonna happen, I don't. I'll never be rich. I'll never have my own job. I mean, I'll never be my own boss. And I'll never be able to do that stuff on a regular, or probably ever, because I don't want to like. I get paranoid enough when I'm doing it. I don't need to be paranoid about like looking over my shoulder or worrying about whether or not I'm gonna lose my job. I just don't. It's not worth it. I do not enjoy it enough to make it worth risking my job. I think part of getting older and being a little bit happier with your life is coming to grips with some of the things you know you'll never be or never get to do, and just being all right with it. Uh, I'll, I'll. There's a lot of things I'll never get to do. A lot of things places I'll never see, things I'll never do, and I just if I do, it's fine. If not, I don't really worry too much about it. It's all right. Come to grips, come to terms with it. It's okay. It'll make you a happier person, and learn to let things bounce off of you, and don't sweat the small stuff. Probably speaking of jelly rolls, I probably told you this story before, but I'm gonna say it again, just because it's one of my claims to take advantage of opportunities when they come along. A few years back, before Mr. Jelly Roll was ever a thing, somebody goes, "You want to go see this guy named Jelly Roll? He wants got a hold of the motorcycle club in the area and wants us to work security. You know, it's free security for them. You know." And I was like, "I don't know who the hell Jelly Roll is. I'd rather have a glazed donut." You know, I'm just joking around. You know, like, I don't want to do that. I got better shit to do. And I never heard of the guy. And then that was an opportunity missed. One of the guys that did go, I believe he's still friends with him. Uh, yeah, opportunity missed for me. Whatever. Take advantage of opportunities like that if you get them. You never know. You never know who might be or what might happen. I'm sure just about all of us have some kind of weird story like that. Some kind of fucking opportunity you missed because you didn't take a chance and try something. Because you didn't do something. I don't know why it keeps doing it. Maybe I'm just hearing things. It's like there's a fine line right where it's okay, then not okay. And it might just be my headphones. I don't know. There are a lot of people out there. I don't know Jelly Roll. I don't listen to his music. I still don't. Don't really care for that kind of music. Yeah, I don't even know what I was starting to say. Yeah, I don't like Jelly Roll. I don't know. I don't really care for it. There are there are a lot of artists out there that I don't think are real deserving of. Not that I'm saying Jelly Roll. I just came to mind. There's a lot of artists out there that I don't think are deserving. I know a lot of musicians that are extremely talented people that never get a chance, never hit it big, and it just drives me nuts. There's people out there that hit it big with no talent or next to no talent. All right, I keep saying I'm going to end the show a little early, and then I just tangent appears. Why in the road? HardWire goes. Whip out. Oh yeah. All right, guys. This week, next week, every time I say it every week. Next week, I'm gonna try to have a little more preparation, a little less craziness. But this is the craziness show, man. My my life is the craziness show most of the time, and I don't like it to be that way, but it ends up that way. That sounds like women who say they don't like drama. Everybody knows them girls, man. I don't like drama. Then they are the center of fucking drama all the time. I don't like craziness. I don't like that. Like, I prefer like to plan things. I don't like. I like to know way ahead of time. I don't like any last minute shit. But yet I keep doing it because the alternative is probably me being a couch potato, sitting on the couch binge watching some dumbass show. Yeah, and getting fatter. So I might as well try. I do like to take a break occasionally, and they do their best to not let me do that. They try to keep me going all the time, and I like to be able to take a break once in a while. But yep. And before I forget or find another side street, I love you guys. And I'm just going to go ahead and end it there. Love you guys. See you next week. And maybe something entertaining will happen this week again in the world with me, with you. I pray if it's something entertaining with you, it's not something bad. I don't wish anything bad upon any of you. May only good experiences happen to all of you. What's the old hippies say? Peace, hope, and dope. All right. I love you guys. See you later. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you.
Hittin' it with HardWire. We're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels real. Yeah, held a new path on that twisted black line. A YouTube dream where his past can't confine. With every rev, he's reclaiming his soul, teaching the world how to ride, how to roll. Rising up high when the shadows surround. HardWire's the name, and he's making it loud.